What up, LK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all, so it's time for another slapped ham video. He has a video here titled Scary Mysteries That Left Historians Baffled. I can only imagine what we're about to witness. Y'all boys, girls, excuse me, ready? I'm ready. Let's go.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary mysteries that have left historians baffled. So strap yourself in, hit that subscribe button, and get ready for more mysterious content. Just like this.
Why did y'all go in and out of focus like that? I know y'all can't answer, but that was weird. Okay, that's better.
We've all experienced downpours heavy enough to have us proclaim that it's raining cats and dogs out there. Nature took things one step further in a small community in Kentucky, where it rained beef, lamb, deer, bear, horse, and other unidentified meats one strange day.
What?
It's documented that the sky rained meat in a little settlement called Rankin in North County, Kentucky. It occurred during a period lasting 1 hour between 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. on the 3rd of March, 1876.
Nah.
Very little about this bizarre event has actually been settled in the decades since it happened. However, it was recorded that chunks of red meat measuring in at about 2 inches by 2 inches fell from the sky in a square area covering 100 yards by 50 yards. These weren't neat cube chunks of meat like you might find in the grocery store either. Residents sitting on their porches observing the downpour reported that the meat looked grisly. People at the scene were able to identify a wide variety of meats. They ranged from everyday beef to bear flesh. Bits of meat were sent to Newark Scientific Association for further review. This revealed that there was a high possibility at least some of the meat was human in origin.
What?
So what caused meat to pour down on this town 150 years ago? We may never actually know. The most popular theory blames birds. Locals who witnessed the event largely believe that buzzards or vultures had vomited up large heaps of meat after embarking on a feeding frenzy.
Nah.
Of course, some locals saw the carnage drizzling from the sky like a cruel storm as a warning sign from God. What happened in Kentucky will likely remain one of the weirdest unsolved scary mysteries of all time.
That's crazy. I know I just got back from Kentucky like a week or two ago. I feel like I need to ask some people that's up there about this, if they heard of this story. This is crazy.
This next creepy story was the subject of a book and accompanying 90s film called The Haunted. It all started when a couple named Jack and Janet Smurl moved into their home on Chase Street in West Pittston, Pennsylvania in 1986. Before long, they were disturbed by what they described as demonic activity. It's been alleged that the aggressive being in the Smurls' home battered their dog against a wall, shook their mattress, dragged Jack Smurl out of bed, and pushed one of the couple's children down a flight of stairs.
What?
It's also said that the dark, otherworldly being also physically and sexually assaulted members of the household.
Oh, heck no. Ugh. I ain't never heard of a spirit or a ghost sexually assaulting someone. What? Except for in the scary movie. You know the scary movies? You know, 1, 2, 3, however many there were. That happened in the first one. That was weird. But that's just a comedy. This real life? I couldn't imagine. What? Oh, that's weird.
Famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren were brought in to examine the residence and determined that the home was occupied by a powerful demon.
Oh.
It was after the intervention of Reverend Joseph Antonizio of Immaculate Conception Parish in West Pittston that they finally got some relief. The couple claimed the activity quieted down. However, the occasional knocking sound or lurking shadow could still be observed.
Nah.
The Smurls' infamous home just a few years later. The next family to move in shared that nothing strange at all could be observed. Questions have always lingered regarding what the Smurls really experienced inside their supposed haunted house. Professor Paul Kurtz of State University of New York at Buffalo was a vocal skeptic regarding the case. Kurtz and many others pushed the theory that the Smurls were experiencing a psychological event instead of a supernatural one. One interesting plot twist is that Jack Smurl told a newspaper reporter he underwent surgery to remove water from his brain in the early 1980s.
Whoa.
This was after experiencing short-term memory loss stemming from meningitis in his youth. So could the famous Smurl haunting have been nothing more than hallucinations that got out of hand? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comment section below.
Wait a minute. So if that was the case, was he the only one that was experiencing that? Or was the whole family experiencing that? Because if he was the only one that is experienced, then it makes sense that maybe he was hallucinating a little bit. I don't know. What do y'all think? Comment down below.
Is Clinton Road in West Milford, New Jersey, the most haunted road in America? This 10-mile stretch of undeveloped woodsy terrain is reported to be a highway of unsavory activities.
I ain't going there.
In fact, it's the subject of at least a dozen strands of folklore.
What?
Legend says that Clinton Road has been a gathering spot for everyone, from witches to the Ku Klux Klan.
Wait a minute, what? That's like the complete opposite of what I thought I would hear. A gathering of either witches or the Ku Klux Klan. Okay.
Adding to the unsavory history of the road are rumours that professional killers take advantage of the area's remote, secluded, and unmaintained terrain to dump bodies.
Ooh.
This was partly confirmed by the discovery of a dead body in May of 1983. It's hard to know where to begin when talking about all the spooky accounts of Clinton Road. The most famous is an area called Ghost Boy Bridge. There have been sightings of a young child who supposedly drowned in the reservoir just off Clinton Road. Other commuters have allegedly seen a ghost Camaro, driven by a girl who perished in an accident on the road in the 1980s.
What?
It's also common for people to report seeing oddly dressed people who simply appear and disappear into the shadows.
Oh, heck no.
People also claim to see a variety of supernatural or out-of-place creatures, ranging from hellhounds to monkeys hobbling along the overgrown borders.
Shit, no, not me.
Adding to the strangeness of Clinton Road are a collection of odd structures. The list includes a Druid temple and crumbling castle ruins, dating back to the 1800s and 1900s. People who cross Clinton Road or hike in surrounding woods report odd occurrences that range from seeing phantom headlights to experiencing mysterious bruises on their bodies.
I got a question. For those people that are experiencing those bruises, are they getting the bruises before? Like, is the pain coming after you get the bruise? Like, do you just notice that you got a bruise somewhere and then later on comes the pain? Like, because I would think that you would feel the pain of the bruise, like, as the thing hurt, as it happens. Like, you get hit, you can feel that when it happens. I don't know.
The bottom line, it's probably best to reroute your path if your travels will bring you to this hotspot of nefarious activity. Were life-size mannequins on the porch of a house on Main Street in a sleepy New York town trying to convey messages from the beyond. Believed to be the oldest house in New Hamburg's historic downtown, 9A Main Street hosted bizarre, eerie mannequins. These mannequins changed clothes and positions regularly between...
Nah. Mannequins, dolls, all fall within the same category for me. I don't care if they don't or not. They do for me. And I don't fool with none of it. Nope. Not me.
In 2005 and 2017. Little is known about who lived in the home during this time. However, the history of the property is well known. On a cold night in February 1871, a 25-car freight train on the Hudson Line derailed about 200 feet from the John Lawson house.
Oh,
it then erupted into a fiery ball that claimed the lives of 22 people. More tragedy enveloped the property just a few years later. A fire took out nearly all the properties surrounding the John Lawson house.
Wow.
This is where the theory of the origin of the mannequins becomes interesting. Many people believe that the mannequins are inhabited by the souls of those who perished in the fiery incidents.
That's weird. See, like I'm telling you, I can't fool with these. No. If that's the case, nah, not me. I know. They're possessed by the spirits of the people that passed. No. Got an eyelash in my eye. No.
The astute observers have noticed that the mannequins always seem to be staring towards the site of either the train derailment or the origination point of the fire that followed.
You see? Nah.
Of course, many dismiss the mannequin mystery as nothing more than a creative hobby of a homeowner. Perhaps
possibly, but I'm gonna go with the first one.
Taking advantage of a scenic porch that's visible from the town's busiest road. Adding to the confusion is that the John Lawson house has been sold and listed on the market several times within the last decade. This means that successive owners of the house would have had to have been in on the mannequin mystery for it to continue. Unfortunately, for anyone looking to scout out the home, mannequin activity stopped after it was sold to its current owner in 2017.
Interesting.
This next item on the list of unexplained...
Oh my god, I want one.
Plain scary mysteries makes a strong case for dog lovers. For hundreds of years, residents of Washington have been spotting a ghost cat haunting government buildings in the nation's capital. This devilish cat supposedly lives in the basement crypt of the Capitol building when it's not busy prowling.
Now that's fascinating. A cat? A devilish cat of all living... What's this? In the White House or in Washington, D.C.?
In addition to being creepy, the ghost cat of Washington may also be a bad omen. The feline was supposedly spotted by security guards just prior to the assassinations of John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln.
No
Some
way.
who have seen the cat describe it as being a typical looking black house cat. However, some have said that it can transform into a pouncing menace that engorges to the size of a tiger. It's alleged that the cat is so terrifying that a Capitol Hill guard actually died of a heart attack after encountering it in the 1890s.
Are you serious?
However, cooler heads claim that the legend of the Washington Demon Cat is actually the creation of a security guard who was patrolling while drunk in the 1940s. Have you ever heard of the Washington Demon Cat? Let me know in the comment section below.
Are you? No, I've never heard of the Washington Demon Cat. Are you serious? It could be the story of a drunk security guard in the 1940s, and he was able to spread this story enough to where the legend of it continues on. That's crazy. That's like the internet today.
Before we take a look at a puzzling mystery known as the Ararat Anomaly, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there. Then make sure you turn. Scary mysteries sometimes require a little faith. Believers are convinced that an object photographed in the snowfields of Turkey's Mount Ararat are actually the remains of Noah's Ark.
What?
Pictures of the structure were first taken during a US Air Force aerial reconnaissance mission in 1949. Cited in the 8th chapter of the Book of Genesis, Noah's Ark ran aground in the mountains of Ararat. The CIA investigated the area a number of times, but were left baffled by the structure. Such a big mystique may not have been built up around the photos if it weren't for the fact that they were classified as secret. This is before they were released to the public under the Freedom of Information Act in 2006. The photos show a long, elongated anomaly that many have stated looks nautical in nature. For believers, the structure possibly confirms the biblical story of Noah. However, the Defense Intelligence Agency has faith that the structure is nothing more than what it calls linear facades in the glacial ice. Because the mountainous area is so remote, it's almost impossible for anyone to confirm what the structure actually is. So for now, the Mount Ararat anomaly will have to remain a mystery.
That's very fascinating because it would almost seem as though, oh, yo, that is so dope. Like, if that incident of Noah's Ark actually happened and happened in this area, and maybe water levels were extremely high then when that incident occurred, and for the ark to crash land on this mountain, and it's such a dangerous or bad place, like, and that be the remains of it, that be the rest of the ark, or that be what's left of it, and no one can get to it to actually see whether or not that this is real or that this happened. That would be crazy to think of that being a possibility. But yeah, dang, that was cool. This was dope. I enjoyed this, man. This stuff got me baffled too. God, hey, great video, Slaptam. Great video. This is a chill video for us. Y'all know what time it is. If you like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the video is going to be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy right here on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. Till next one.